Ekioge gotiria Ekioge kende.
We want us to look at, you've said, I asked you 5 things that you need to.
Yes.
You've said, number 1, you must be able to do the stock taking. You should be able to know what do you get and what. And then you said, once you've gotten the money, before you get the money, do the budget. And then the budget, you should be able to do 50, 30, 20.
Yes.
The third thing that a young person should be able to.
Actually, is now you derive it from budgeting. It's about now saving. Saving, and I'm tying it with investing because we don't do saving for the sake of saving, right?
Nowadays people tell us, I remember one time I was doing a talk in Tharakaniti, and then the governor was with us. We were doing a talk, and then I was doing something about personal development, and then in the process, then the governor said, no, we don't talk about saving. Can we talk about saving for investment?
Yes.
And it struck me, it's true that you don't just save money for investment.
Yes. Well, that concept about saving and investing basically means now, once in the budget now, you have used that guideline, you are saving, for example, 20%. Remember, the bare minimum you can save, if you are not saving, is 10%. Then you move to 20, you can move to 30, right? So when you are saving...
Remember, majority of us, we struggle even saving the 10%.
Yeah, because of lack of discipline, lack of knowledge.
Lack of discipline, lack of knowledge.
And they say, you know...
Some, we have the knowledge, but we're not disciplined.
Yes.
Some, we do not even know.
We do not know.
So which means there's somebody who's watching this and it's the first time he's remembering
just
that
as
I'm
the
supposed
Bible says in the book of, say 4:6, that my people perish for lack of knowledge. So this is the knowledge we are talking about. That's why we're here, to share knowledge. Yeah, because we say iron sharpens iron.
Ekioge.
Yeah, right. Thank you for that. Yes. So when you are saving now, that's a given percentage now. Now you look at, we are talking of now having various accounts for saving. You know, you should have a reason for saving. Okay, are you saving for emergency? We should have an emergency account, right? Emergency account is that one that helps you to overcome or to solve some unforeseen eventualities, right? For example, there can be sudden illness, some form of incapacitation. You didn't anticipate that, maybe job loss, business collapses.
So everyone should be able to have an account for emergency.
Emergency, very good.
You should be able to have money for emergency.
That should be your safe nest egg. Yeah. So if, for example, I say you are saving 30%, and now I'm going to the 30%, you can say 10% can be for emergency in a certain account. We talk about where would you save that. That is another matter. 2, you save, for example, save for investing. Investing, for example, you can save, for example, in a SACCO or in a chama. We are saying you save in a well-run, reputable SACCO or a chama, whereby your money is growing, is earning interest. You are getting dividends at the end of the year. And then that SACCO also gives you another advantage, that the money you save is a collateral, a security to access certain affordable credit, affordable loan, to do investment project. For example, you want to buy a piece of land, a plot, and then maybe build, maybe it could be rental, could be residential house, or so on. Then a SACCO actually helps you to achieve that goal. That is now saving for investment, right? Yeah. Then there can be another form of saving. This one, okay, we talk of saving for retirement, but I'm talking about saving as whereby security against a certain risk, where you may take an education policy for your children. You also take, for example, a life insurance policy for yourself to guard and safeguard your family in case, God forbid, you are not there. A life policy, you know, it is that actually that covers your life in entirety. In the event that you are not there, there is some money that actually benefit that goes to your family, to your next of kin. So when you do that kind of saving, whereby you take insurance, that is that category I'm talking about, is very important. And you save as actually a security against the risk, unforeseen risk. Remember, insurance, you take it when you don't need it, so that it helps you when you need it most.
You take it when you don't need it, so that it can help you when you need it.
Yes, that's why most people don't take insurance, because there are so many myths about it. That, well, okay, God will take care of my life, well, I shouldn't bother about, insuring about tomorrow and my children. You know, that's why we are having so many arambies. Okay, I'm talking for people who are salary, people with a stable salary. You say your child as a person is going to a national school, going to university, and you have no money. And yet, if you would have taken an insurance education policy when the child was young, 5, 6 years, in 10 years or 15 years, you will be actually qualifying to get some money.
Great. Number 4.
Yeah. Number 4, although we have not exhausted saving and investing, let's move to number 4, is about managing debt. Managing debt. That's using debts wisely. You know, the concept of debts is actually the most actually troublesome, the most critical, and it affects even young people. Nowadays, there are so many apps that give easy money. The digital loans.
You need money, we have the money here, at a given percentage.
Yes, you are told 10% in actually 24 hours or less than 24 hours. You have it. You need 10,000, you need 20,000 easily. But people don't mind about the interest. They don't. You know, the cost of debt is the money that you are given, the principal plus the interest. Many people look at the money they are only receiving, and they forget about the interest, and which could be high and accumulating and accruing over time. That's why you find people fail to pay the debt. So the concept of knowing how to manage debt, very crucial for young people in their 20s and 30s, and not only young people, even people in the middle ages or above, or even retirees. Because many of us, because one person said, actually, the present day slaves are not people in chains, but people enslaved by the chain of debt. They are not like our folk, the slaves we used to hear. They are the people now who are actually suffering, who are actually under the vicious cycle of debts. And we need to learn how, for example, debt. Why should you go for debt? You should ask the reason why you want to go for a loan. Remember, we said if you are saving for investing, you have accumulated some collateral, some deposit, against which now you can go for a certain loan. Like a circle, they talk of the 3 multiplier factor, the 3x factor.
So if I have 50, I can get 150.
Yes, you can get 150, yes. You see, we should go for debt with a clear purpose. Many people actually fail to use the debt well. One, they don't have a clear purpose, they don't have a clear repayment plan, and they get distracted and they change the purpose for which.
How can you use your debt wisely?
There are various ways of using your debts wisely. One, as I've said, you must have a clear purpose why you are going for a loan, right? This clear purpose is in line with your financial goals, maybe your short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. For example, you want maybe you have a medium-term goal, maybe 2 to 5 years. You want to save so that now you can go for a loan, let's say of 1 million shillings. And this loan, for example, you want to buy land, and so that you develop it. Yeah, so that is now you have a clear purpose. You know, once I've saved it, I will get this debt, maybe this loan from Masako. Maybe some people go for banks because if you have no savings of that kind, you go straight to the bank. The banks look at the payslip or the financial statement if you are a business person, and they calculate, they give you loans so easily. And remember, currently, the bank loans interest rates have risen to 17.8%, right? And so which means if you took a loan, let's say last year, the interest rates are going, the banks are going to adjust it upwards.
Already they have done that.
Yeah, they have done that.
They're sending emails.
Yes. That's why we advise people to use the circles for actually affordable credit.
Great. Can we just talk about the 5th one because of time?
The 5th one, once you have done that, is the aspect of now ring fencing or safeguarding your assets or your investments. Even as a young person, you need to ring fence, safeguard your assets. One other best way of doing that, you can, we say you can even write a will as young as you are, even if you are in 20s and 30s. Something people don't want to do because of the various misconceptions about them. Ring fencing, it means you want to protect your assets from the predators. There are so many predators. Family members are some of your brothers and sisters. And let's say, God forbid, in the lucky event, let's say you pass on, and you have no clear plan how the assets or the so-called little wealth you have should be apportioned, there will be a conflict. Yeah, perhaps you have a young family, Maybe your brothers will say, well, we have a share. Your parents will say, well, we educated our child, we also need a share. So having a will is something very important. Sorobi, I don't know whether you have ever thought about this or you have.
Oh yeah, I have just discussed that, and we're going to discuss that more. I think that is another topic for another day. How do you write a will?
Yeah.
Where do you keep it? What are the contents?
Yes.
And what is the implication when you do not have a will and when you have it? So you need to look for ways of making sure that you protect what you've done and what you've saved.
What you have. And the other, besides now a will, you need also to have all of the assets you have, or the businesses. Some of us start the business as a partnership. And you find we don't have a legal partnership deed, right? So it is important when you are starting a business as a group.
Make sure that you have some legal.
Yes. Maybe you let it be, let's say, like in a company, a limited liability company, or it is a partnership, it is a registered partnership deed signed by a renowned advocate, right? Because many things we find, like now, let's say I have a brother and whatever, we feel that we can, let's say, start a business.
Studio,
yes.
Set up hardware,
yeah, we agree, let's contribute. Yeah, we contribute some money here and there.
But we do not have anything.
We don't have anything.
Once you have issues and then...
Yes, that's now conflicts start arising.
Great. We wish to encourage everybody who is there just to get this book. Tell us about this book and how can somebody be able to get this book?
Yes, this book, Mastering Your Money, a practical financial guide for young people in their 20s and 30s, is a book that addresses a demographic group that is in their 20s and 30s. And that does not mean that this book is only meant or should be read by only young people in this age group. It is a book that is recommended for parents who have young ones, who have actually sons and daughters in this age group, caregivers, instructors, mentors. So it is a book for all, only that it is focusing more. And the financial aspect, by the way, cut across. But for purposes of this book, we are addressing these young people in 20s and 30s so that now we can sensitize, we can enlighten our young people, because we have realized young people are bombarded and bamboozled by the YOLO culture. You only live once. Yeah. YOLO culture.
You only live
once.
So kula hiyo kitu.
Wanasema kaende. Kama pesa itoshi, there are some myths I talk about young people about this. Kama pesa itoshi, kula yote. Kwani iko nini? Yeah. So this YOLO culture, and also there is the other one tied with what we call FOMO, fear of missing out. Young people are actually mostly influenced by flashy items they see on social media. They see celebrities, socialites, content creator influencers on social media driving very nice cars, wearing actually flashy, fancy clothes, designer clothes, designer watches and so on. And they also want it because they want it now. How they get it, they don't care. That's why young people enter into get rich quick schemes, the wash. Why? Because they say, if you get money, let us enjoy it ourselves. Wacha tuikule yote.
Great. How can people get this book? Are you on Facebook? How can people get able to reach out to you?
This book, one can visit my website, the Chachanomics, the www.chachanomics.
www.chachanomics.co.ke.
Yes. That is the website. Two, one can actually subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is Chachanomics YouTube channel. One can also access the Chachanomics Facebook page. One can also look for my page, Chacha Nyaigoti Bichanga, both in Instagram, both in also Twitter, and also in TikTok. And also more so, this book, if you are in Nairobi, it is actually being sold at Nuria Bazaar House, room 1105, Bazaar House. That's in Nuria. If you are in Kisii, this book, the books are found at, we have Johnson Vike Bookshop, and Upfront Bookshop, which is in Sansora Building. And opposite Sansora Building, there is Johnson Vike Bookshop. You can get actually copies of this book.
Great. We really appreciate. This is the book. You need to get this one. If you're 20, between 20s and 30s, Mastering Your Money. I can see my cameraman is looking at me. You need this so that you can be able to learn more. This has been done by Chacha Nyaigoti Bichanga, You can be able to find him from all those social media updates we've just given you. Make sure that you get this practical financial guide for young people. You know, remember this, we never get to be trained about this. You get a job, you don't know what you're supposed to do. You get money, you don't know what you're supposed to do. The earlier you get to understand this, the better for you. Thank you so much for taking your time. Kindly, if you're watching this, make sure that you like, make sure that you give us a comment, make sure that you give us a share, and we really want to reach out to so many people because we believe strongly that iron sharpens iron as another man sharpens another man. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Sorobi Rastas. Bye-bye.
Ekioge. 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 Ekioge gotiria ekioge kende.